So in today's episode, I'm going to read a list of incidents in which a firearm was discharged on school property, including school buses. This list will be read chronologically, and it is intended to mourn with those who have lost a loved one and to raise awareness that this isn't an isolated incident, and this has been going on for hundreds of years. I'm doing this because we need to speak up as a field and to let voices be heard so that action can be done to stop this. Thoughts and prayers have done nothing, but we as a field can do something. The numbers that I'm listing are not merely statistics, but are representative of human beings who lost their lives or were injured, and they need to be remembered and honored. A lot of what media covers are the events with many people being shot. The events that are less covered are the ones with only a handful of individuals, or a single individual. This list is likely incomplete and will likely need updating by the time you listen to this, but I hope it serves as a call to action. November 12th, 1840, Charlottesville, Virginia, 1 death. November 2nd, 1853, Louisville, Kentucky, 1 death. August 16th, 1856, Florence, Alabama, 2 deaths. July 8th, 1858, Baltimore, Maryland, 1 death. January 21st, 1860, Todd County, Kentucky, 1 death. February 6, 1864, Ashland County, Ohio, 1 death. February 16, 1867, Knights Ferry, California, 2 deaths, one of which included a perpetrator, which is the phrasing that they use in this Wikipedia article that I will link in the show notes. April 2nd, 1867, Madison, Florida, 1 death. June 4th, 1867, Buffalo, New York, 1 injury. January 27th, 1871, Knoxville, Tennessee, 1 death. February 1st, 1872, Washington, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. February 11th, 1873, Wisconsin, 1 injury. February 20th, 1874, Agency, Montana, 1 death. April 9th, 1874, Lebanon, Tennessee, 1 death. May 24th, 1878, St. Paul, Minnesota, 1 injury. May 24th, 1879, Lancaster, New York, 1 injury. December 1st, 1881, Santa Monica, California, 1 death. December 22nd, 1881, Shelby County, Indiana, 0 deaths or injuries, but a firearm was discharged. January 16th, 1882, Iola, Kansas, 0 deaths and injuries, but a firearm was discharged. April 13th, 1882, Huntsville, Texas, 1 injury. February 14th, 1883, Florence, Nebraska, 3 injuries. November 20th, 1883, Barber County, Kansas, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. February 28th, 1884, Danville, Virginia, 2 injuries. March 6th, 1884, Boston, Massachusetts, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. June 12th, 1887, Cleveland, Tennessee, 1 death. June 13th, 1889, New Brunswick, New Jersey, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. April 24th, 1890, Brazil, Indiana, 1 injury. December 27th, 1890, Staunton, Virginia, 1 death. March 30th, 1891, Liberty, Mississippi, 14 injuries. April 9th, 1891, Newburgh, New York. Injuries reported, but amount unknown. March 26, 1893, Plain Dealing, Louisiana. 4 deaths, 1 injured. December 13th, 1898, Charleston, West Virginia. 6 deaths, at least 1 injury. February 24th, 1903, Inman, South Carolina. 1 death. July 21st, 1903, Jackson, Kentucky. 2 deaths, including 2 perpetrators. 1 injury. April 6, 1904, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. November 16th, 1904, Riverside, California, 2 deaths, 1 injury. December 16th, 1904, Maggie, Mississippi, 1 death, 1 injury. February 9th, 1905, Colissa, California, 1 injury. October 5th, 1905, Hickman, Kentucky, 1 death. December 20th, 1907, Chico, California, 1 death. January 10th, 1908, Council Bluffs, Iowa, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. March 11th, 1908, Boston, Massachusetts, 2 deaths, including a perpetrator. March 19th, 1909, Mount Vernon, Illinois, 1 injury. June 10th, 1909, Trinidad, Colorado, 1 death. September 11th, 1909, McDonald County, Missouri, 1 death. January 12th, 1910, New York City, New York, 1 death, 1 injury. August 16th, 1910, Lexington, Kentucky, 1 death, unknown injuries. April 27th, 1911, Manhattan, Kansas, 1 death. January 31st, 1912, San Francisco, California, 1 death. February 16th, 1912, LaGrange, New York, 1 death. November 19th, 1914, Sayre, Pennsylvania, 1 death. January 13th, 1915, Vancouver, Washington, 1 injury. February 3rd, 1915, Jasper, Florida, 1 death, 1 injury. September 20th, 1960, Bemidji, Minnesota, 1 injury. December 26th, 1916, Danville, Kentucky, 1 death, unknown injuries. June 5th, 1917, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. October 28th, 1917, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. November 29th, 1917, Maines, Missouri, 1 injury. March 29th, 1918, Jefferson City, Missouri, 1 death. April 6, 1918, Reeder, North Dakota, 1 death. January 9th, 1919, Philadelphia, Missouri, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. April 12th, 1919, Ogden City, Utah, 1 injury. August 4th, 1919, Berkeley, California, 2 injuries. February 14th, 1920, Durant, Oklahoma, 1 injury. March 4th, 1920, Cincinnati, Ohio, 1 injury. May 1st, 1920, Somerville, Georgia, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. May 15th, 1920, Bowling Green, Ohio, 1 death. August 1st, 1920, Ogden, Utah, 1 injury. October 22nd, 1920, Chicago, Illinois, 1 injury. November 4th, 1920, Middlesboro, Kentucky, 1 death. February 17th, 1922, Valdosta, Georgia, 2 deaths. August 1st, 1922, Ardmore, Oklahoma, 1 death. December 29th, 1926, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. May 22nd, 1930, Rindge, Minnesota, 1 death. May 28th, 1931, Duluth, Minnesota, 1 death. September 14th, 1934, Gill, Massachusetts, 1 death. June 4th, 1936, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, 2, including a perpetrator. June 1st, 1937, Isabel, Kansas, 1 death. September 24th, 1937, Toledo, Ohio, 2 injuries, including a perpetrator. January 24th, 1938, Glencoe, Iowa, 1 death. May 6, 1940, South Pasadena, California, 5 deaths, 2 injuries, including a perpetrator. July 4th, 1940, Valhalla, New York, 1 death. October 2nd, 1942, New York City, New York, 1 death. June 26, 1946, New York City, New York, 1 injury. December 23rd, 1948, Ramapo, New York, 1 death. March 11th, 1949, New York City, New York, 1 injury. November 12th, 1949, Columbus, Ohio, 1 death. November 18th, 1949, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. July 22nd, 1950, New York City, New York, 1 injury. January 24th, 1951, Alton, Illinois, 1 death. March 12th, 1951, Union Hills, North Carolina, 2 deaths. November 27th, 1951, St. Illinois, Missouri, 1 death. April 8th, 1952, Rabun Gap, Georgia, 1 death. July 14th, 1952, New York City, New York, 1 death. December 12th, 1952, Chicago, Illinois, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, weapons stolen from ROTC. January 31st, 1953, Kalispell, Montana, 1 injury. October 2nd, 1953, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. March 31st, 1954, Newton, Massachusetts, 1 death. May 15th, 1954, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 1 death, 2 injuries. January 11th, 1955, Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, 1 death. March 5th, 1956, Stanton, Michigan, 1 injury. May 4th, 1956, Seat Pleasant, Maryland, 1 death, 2 injuries. October 20th, 1956, New York City, New York, 1 injury. October 2nd, 1957, New York City, New York, 1 injury. March 4th, 1958, New York City, New York, 1 injury. May 1st, 1958, Massapequa, New York, 1 death. September 24th, 1959, New York City, New York, 1 death. February 2nd, 1960, Hartford City, Indiana, 3 deaths including perpetrator. March 30th, 1960, Alice, Texas, 1 death. June 7th, 1960, Blaine, Minnesota, 2 deaths including a perpetrator. January 4th, 1961, Delmont, South Dakota, 1 death. October 17th, 1961, Denver, Colorado, 1 death, 2 injuries, including a perpetrator. November 5th, 1963, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 1 injury. April 27th, 1966, Bayshore, New York, 1 death. August 1st, 1966, Austin, Texas, 18, including a perpetrator. 31 injuries. October 5th, 1966, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, 1 death, 1 injury. November 12th, 1966, Mesa, Arizona, where I formerly taught. 5 deaths, 2 injuries. May 3rd, 1967, North Lake, Illinois, 1 death, 1 injury. January 30th, 1968, Miami, Florida, 1 death. March 25th, 1968, High Point, North Carolina, 1 death. May 22nd, 1968, Miami, Florida, 2 injuries. September 28th, 1968, Chicago, Illinois, 1 injury. January 17th, 1969, Washington, D.C., 1 death. April 25th, 1969, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death, 1 injury. January 17th, 1969, Los Angeles, California, 2 deaths. January 23rd, 1969, Washington, D.C., 1 death. May 13th, 1969, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 1 death. November 19th, 1969, Toma, Wisconsin, 1 death. January 5th, 1970, Washington, D.C., 1 death, 1 injury. February 11th, 1970, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2 deaths, 3 including a perpetrator, and 1 injury. April 15th, 1970, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, 1 death, 5 injuries. April 23rd, 1970, Wilmington, Delaware, 1 death. October 5th, 1970, Pontiac, Michigan, 4 injuries. November 20th, 1970, Chicago, Illinois, 2 injuries. February 2nd, 1971, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 1 death. November 11th, 1971, Spokane, Washington, 2 deaths, 3 including a perpetrator, 4 injuries. January 24th, 1972, Stowe, Iowa, 1 injury. February 14th, 1972, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. March 13th, 1972, Tulare, California, 1 injury. May 4th, 1972, Reno, Nevada, 1 death. May 5th, 1972, Indianapolis, Indiana, 1 death. November 16th, 1972, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 2 deaths. November 11th, 1972, Pontiac, Michigan, 5 injuries. February 26th, 1973, Richmond, Virginia, 1 death. November 6th, 1973, Oakland, California, 1 death, 1 injury. January 17th, 1974, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. March 22nd, 1974, Brownston, Indiana, 1 death. October 4th, 1974, Kent, Ohio, 1 injury. December 30th, 1974, Olean, New York, 3 deaths, including a pregnant woman, and 11 injuries. February 18th, 1975, Poughkeepsie, New York, 1 death. February 24th, 1975, Penns Grove, New Jersey, 1 death, 1 injury. March 18th, 1975, St. Louis, Missouri, 1 death. September 11th, 1975, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 1 death, 5 injuries. February 12th, 1976, Detroit, Michigan, 5 injuries. February 19th, 1976, Los Angeles, California, 1 death, 9 injuries, including a perpetrator. July 12th, 1976, Fullerton, California, 7 deaths, 2 injuries. April 7th, 1977, Whitehall, Texas, 1 death. November 19th, 1977, Washington, D.C., 2 injuries. January 11th, 1978, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, 1 injury. February 9th, 1978, St. Albans, West Virginia, 1 death. February 22nd, 1978, Lansing, Michigan, 1 death, 1 injury. April 26, 1978, Dallas, Texas, 1 death. May 18th, 1978, Austin, Texas, 1 death. October 17th, 1978, University City, Missouri, 4 injuries. October 17th, 1978, Lynette, Alabama, 1 injury. January 29th, 1979, San Diego, California, 2 deaths, 9 injuries. April 16th, 1979, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1 injury. September 28th, 1979, Charlestown, Massachusetts, 1 injury. January 7th, 1980, Stamps, Arkansas, 1 death. March 20th, 1980, Dallas, Texas, 1 death. March 26th, 1980, Big Rapids, Michigan, 1 death. October 31st, 1980, Hueytown, Alabama, 1 death including the perpetrator, 1 injury. January 27th, 1981, Fayetteville, Arkansas, 1 death including the perpetrator, and 1 injury. April 17th, 1981, Ann Arbor, Michigan, 2 deaths. December 16th, 1981, Portland, Oregon, 2 deaths including a perpetrator. March 19th, 1982, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1 death, 3 injuries including the perpetrator. April 5th, 1982, Hot Springs, Arkansas, 2 deaths. April 7th, 1982, Littleton, Colorado, 1 death. November 12th, 1982, Jackson, Mississippi, 2 deaths including a perpetrator. January 20th, 1983, St. Louis County, Missouri, 2 deaths including a perpetrator, 1 injured. May 16th, 1983, Dallas, Texas, 1 death. May 16th, 1983, Brentwood, New York, 1 death including perpetrator, 2 injuries. November 8th, 1983, Highland Park, Michigan, 1 death. November 18th, 1983, Baltimore, Maryland, 1 death. December 2nd, 1983, Crawfordsville, Indiana, 1 injury. February 24th, 1984, Los Angeles, California, 3 deaths, including a perpetrator, 12 injuries. April 20th, 1984, Detroit, Michigan, 1 death. May 17th, 1984, Pleasant Hill, Iowa, 2 deaths, including a perpetrator. In September 1984, Harris County, Texas, 1 injury. September 28th, 1984, North Richland Hills, Texas, 1 injury. October 24th, 1984, Salina, Ohio, 1 death. January 21st, 1985, Goddard, Kansas, 1 death, 3 injuries. For reference, I was born in 1985. All of the following deaths have occurred since I've been born. October 18th, 1985, Detroit, Michigan, 7 injuries. November 26th, 1985, Spokane, Washington, 3 deaths, including the suspect or perpetrator. December 3rd, 1985, Concord, New Hampshire, 1 death, including the perpetrator, 1 injury. December 10th, 1985, Portland, Connecticut, 1 death, 2 injuries. March 6, 1986, Dalton, Illinois, 1 injury. April 29th, 1986, Senath, Missouri, 1 death. May 9th, 1986, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 3 injuries. May 16th, 1986, Cokeville, Wyoming, 2 deaths, including the perpetrator, 74 injured, one of which was by gunfire, the rest was by a bomb. December 4th, 1986, Lewistown, Montana, 1 death, 3 injuries. January 23rd, 1987, Detroit, Michigan, 1 injury. February 4th, 1987, Northridge, California, 2 deaths, including perpetrator. February 13th, 1987, Mayer, Arizona, 1 death, including the perpetrator, 2 people injured. March 2nd, 1987, DeKalb, Missouri, 2 deaths, including the suspect or perpetrator. March 9th, 1987, Compton, California, 1 death. April 16th, 1987, Detroit, Michigan, 1 death, 2 injuries. September 28th, 1987, Lansing, Illinois, 1 injury. October 14th, 1987, Chicago, Illinois, 1 injury. February 11th, 1988, Largo, Florida, 1 death, 3 injuries, including the perpetrator. May 20th, 1988, Winnetka, Illinois, 2 deaths, including the perpetrator, and 5 injuries. June 30th, 1988, Oahu, Hawaii, 1 injury. July 10th, 1988, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1 injury. August 31st, 1988, Anderson, South Carolina, 1 death. September 2nd, 1988, Dallas, Texas, 2 injuries. September 22nd, 1988, Chicago, Illinois, 5 deaths, including the perpetrator, 2 injuries. September 26, 1988, Greenwood, South Carolina, 2 deaths, 9 injuries. October 3rd, 1988, Mascot, Florida, 1 injury. October 4th, 1988, Jacksonville, Florida, 5 injuries. October 4th, 1988, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. October 6, 1988, Mobile, Alabama, 1 injury. October 9th, 1988, Sacramento, California, 1 death, including the perpetrator. November 22nd, 1988, Abilene, Texas, 1 injury. December 16th, 1988, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 1 death, 1 injury. January 17th, 1989, Stockton, California, 6 deaths, including the perpetrator, 32 injured. February 10th, 1989, Kearns, Utah, 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Firearm discharged. September 19th, 1989, Honolulu, Hawaii, 1 death. December 5th, 1989, McKeesport, Pennsylvania, 1 death, including the perpetrator, 1 injury. March 27th, 1990, Brooklyn, New York, 1 injury. May 15th, 1990, Bozeman, Montana, 2 deaths. August 26th, 1990, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1 death. September 11th, 1990, San Antonio, Texas, 3 injuries. April 23rd, 1991, Compton, California, 1 death. September 18th, 1991, Crosby, Texas, 1 death. November 1st, 1991, Iowa City, Iowa, 6 deaths, including the perpetrator, 1 injured. November 25th, 1991, Brooklyn, New York, 1 death, 1 injury. January 29th, 1992, Kent, Ohio, 1 injury. February 26th, 1992, Brooklyn, New York, 2 deaths. March 5th, 1992, Obetz, Ohio, 1 injury. March 9th, 1992, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 1 death. March 31st, 1992, New Orleans, Louisiana, 1 death. April 23rd, 1992, Bloomington, Indiana, 3 deaths, including the perpetrator. May 1st, 1992, Olivehurst, California, 4 deaths, 10 injuries. September 11th, 1992, Amarillo, Texas, 7 injuries. October 19th, 1992, The Bronx, New York, 3 injuries. November 4th, 1992, Detroit, Michigan, 11 injuries. November 20th, 1992, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death, 2 injuries. December 14th, 1992, Great Barrington, Massachusetts, 2 deaths, 4 injuries. January 6th, 1993, Brentwood, New York, 1 injury. January 18th, 1993, Grayson, Kentucky, 2 deaths. February 22nd, 1993, Los Angeles, California, 1 death. April 15th, 1993, Acushnet, Massachusetts, 1 death. May 14th, 1993, Irving, Texas, 1 death. May 24th, 1993, Pennsburg, Pennsylvania, 1 death. May 27th, 1993, New Orleans, Louisiana, 1 death. July 13th, 1993, Ogden, Utah, 1 including the perpetrator died, 3 injured. September 17th, 1993, Darien, Illinois, 1 death. September 17th, 1993, Sheridan, Wyoming, 1 death, including the perpetrator, 4 injured. November 4th, 1993, New Britain, Connecticut, 1 death. December 1st, 1993, Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, 1 death. December 17th, 1993, Chelsea, Michigan, 1 death, 2 injured. January 24th, 1994, Columbia, South Carolina, 1 death. January 31st, 1994, Seattle, Washington, 1 death. February 7th, 1994, Fort Myers, Florida, 2 deaths, including the perpetrator. February 8th, 1994, Detroit, Michigan, 1 death. February 24th, 1994, Belmont, California, 1 death. February 18th, 1994, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 1 injury. March 1st, 1994, Boonville, Missouri, 2 deaths. March 1st, 1994, Birmingham, Alabama, 1 injury. March 9th, 1994, Washington, D.C., 1 injury. March 15th, 1994, Goose Creek, South Carolina, 1 death. March 23rd, 1994, Seattle, Washington, 1 death, 1 injury. April 5th, 1994, Austin, Texas, 2 injuries. April 8th, 1994, Upper Marlboro, Maryland, 1 injury. April 12th, 1994, Butte, Montana, 1 death. April 19th, 1994, Washington, D.C., 1 death. April 21st, 1994, Nashville, Tennessee, 1 death. April 21st, 1994, North Miami, Florida, 1 death. July 21st, 1994, Ardmore, Pennsylvania, 1 death. July 24th, 1994, Manchester, Pennsylvania, 1 death. July 25th, 1994, Ottumwa, Iowa, 1 death. October 12th, 1994, Greensboro, North Carolina, 1 death, including the perpetrator, 1 injury. October 17th, 1994, Chicago, Illinois, 1 injury. November 7th, 1994, Wickliffe, Ohio, 1 death, 5 injured, including the perpetrator. December 14th, 1994, Albany, New York, 1 injury. January 6th, 1995, Washington, D.C., 1 death. January 12th, 1995, Seattle, Washington, 2 injuries. February 8th, 1995, Chadron, Nebraska, 1 injury. August 29th, 1995, Laredo, Texas, 1 death. September 12th, 1995, Memphis, Tennessee, 1 death. September 14th, 1995, Olathe, Kansas, 2 deaths, 4 injuries. September 29th, 1995, Tavares, Florida, 1 death. October 12th, 1995, Blackville, South Carolina, 2 deaths, including the perpetrator, 1 injury. November 15th, 1995, Linville, Tennessee, 2 deaths, 1 injury. January 19th, 1996, Washington, D.C., 1 death. February 2nd, 1996, Moses Lake, Washington, 3 deaths, 1 injury. February 29th, 1996, St. Louis, Missouri, 2 deaths, 1 injury. August 15th, 1996, San Diego, California, 3 deaths. September 17th, 1996, State College, Pennsylvania, 1 death, 2 injuries. September 25th, 1996, Decatur, Georgia, 1 death, 2 injuries. October 9th, 1996, Sherwood, Arkansas, 1 death. October 16th, 1996, West Lafayette, Indiana, 2 deaths, including the perpetrator. January 27th, 1997, West Palm Beach, Florida, 1 death. February 19th, 1997, Bethel, Alaska, 2 deaths, 2 injuries. October 1st, 1997, Pearl, Mississippi, 3 deaths, 7 injuries. October 15th, 1997, Palmetto, Florida, 1 injury. December 1st, 1997, West Paducah, Kentucky, 3 deaths, 5 injuries. December 15th, 1997, Stamps, Arkansas, 2 injuries. March 24th, 1998, Craighead County, Arkansas, 5 deaths, 10 injuries. April 24th, 1998, Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, 1 death, 3 injuries. May 19th, 1998, Fayetteville, Tennessee, 1 death. May 21st, 1998, Springfield, Oregon, 4 deaths, 25 injuries. June 15th, 1998, Richmond, Virginia, 2 injuries. December 10th, 1998, Detroit, Michigan, 1 death. January 8th, 1999, Carlton, Georgia, 2 deaths, including the perpetrator. April 16th, 1999, Notice, Idaho, 1 injury. April 20th, 1999, Littleton, Colorado, 15 deaths, including the perpetrator, 21 injuries. May 20th, 1999, Conyers, Georgia, 6 injuries. November 19th, 1999, Deming, New Mexico, 1 death. December 6th, 1999, Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, 6 injuries. All right, so we're now in the 21st century. February 29th, 2000, Flint, Michigan, 1 death. May 26, 2000, Lake Worth, Florida, 1 death. June 28, 2000, Seattle, Washington, 2 deaths, including perpetrator. August 28, 2000, Fayetteville, Arkansas, 2 deaths, including perpetrator. September 26, 2000, New Orleans, Louisiana, 2 injuries, including the perpetrator. December 1st, 2000, San Diego, California, 1 injury, including the perpetrator. March 5th, 2001, Santee, California, 2 deaths, 13 injuries. March 7th, 2001, Williamsport, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. March 22nd, 2001, El Cajon, California, 6 injuries, including perpetrator. March 30th, 2001, Gary, Indiana, 1 death. May 16th, 2001, Parkland, Washington, 2 deaths, including perpetrator. January 15th, 2002, New York City, New York, 2 injuries. January 16th, 2002, Grundy, Virginia, 3 deaths, 3 injuries. February 20th, 2002, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1 death. October 7th, 2002, Bowie, Maryland, 1 injury. October 28th, 2002, Tucson, Arizona, 4 deaths, 1 including a perpetrator. October 29th, 2002, New Jersey City, New Jersey, 1 injury. April 2nd, 2003, Washington, D.C., 1 injury. April 14th, 2003, New Orleans, Louisiana. 1 death, 3 injuries. April 24th, 2003, Red Lion, Pennsylvania. 2 deaths, including a perpetrator. May 9th, 2003, Cleveland, Ohio. 1 death, 3 injuries, including a perpetrator. September 24th, 2003, Cold Spring, Minnesota. 2 deaths. February 2nd, 2004, Washington, D.C. 1 death, 1 injury. February 9th, 2004, East Greenbush, New York. 1 injury. May 7th, 2004, Randallstown, Maryland. 4 injuries. February 8th, 2005, Chicago, Illinois. 1 injury. March 2nd, 2005, Dover, Tennessee. 1 death. March 21st, 2005, Red Lake, Minnesota. 10 deaths, including the perpetrator. 7 injuries. July 18th, 2005, New York, New Jersey. 1 death, 2 injuries, including a perpetrator. September 13th, 2005, Chicago, Illinois. 1 injury. November 8th, 2005, Jacksonboro, Tennessee. 1 death, 2 injuries. February 23rd, 2006, Roseburg, Oregon. 1 injury. March 14th, 2006, Reno, Nevada. 2 injuries. August 24th, 2006, Essex Junction, Vermont. 2 deaths, 3 injuries, including perpetrator. August 30th, 2006, Hillsborough, North Carolina. 1 death, 2 injuries. September 2nd, 2006, Shepherdstown, West Virginia. 3 deaths, including suspect or perpetrator. September 17th, 2006, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 5 injuries. September 22nd, 2006, Washington, D.C. 1 injury. September 27th, 2006, Bailey, Colorado. 2 deaths, including perpetrator. September 29th, 2006, Casanova, Wisconsin. 1 death. October 2nd, 2006, Nickel Mines, Pennsylvania. 6 deaths, including suspect or perpetrator. 5 injuries. October 9th, 2006, Joplin, Missouri. 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Firearm discharged. January 3rd, 2007, Tacoma, Washington. 1 death. March 7th, 2007, Compton, California. 1 injury. April 16th, 2007, Blacksburg, Virginia. 33 deaths, including perpetrator. 23 injured. September 21st, 2007, Dover, Delaware. 1 death, 1 injury. October 10th, 2007, Cleveland, Ohio. 1 death, including perpetrator. 5 injuries. November 7th, 2007, Miami Gardens, Florida. 1 injury. January 23rd, 2008, Jonesboro, Arkansas. 1 injury. February 4th, 2008, Memphis, Tennessee. 1 injury. February 8th, 2008, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 3 deaths, including perpetrator. February 11th, 2008, Miami Gardens, Florida. 1 injury. February 11th, 2008, Memphis, Tennessee. 1 injury. February 12th, 2008, Oxnard, California. 1 death. February 14th, 2008, DeKalb, Illinois. 6 deaths, including perpetrator. 21 injured. February 27th, 2008, Little Rock, Arkansas. 1 injury. If you're paying attention to the dates, that's 7 school shootings in 1 month. August 14th, 2008, Federal Way, Washington. 1 death. August 21st, 2008, Knoxville, Tennessee. 1 death. September 2nd, 2008, Willoughby, Ohio. 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Shots fired. October 16th, 2008, Detroit, Michigan. 1 death, 3 injuries. October 26th, 2008, Conway, Arkansas. 2 deaths, 1 injury. November 12th, 2008, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 1 death. January 9th, 2009, Chicago, Illinois. 5 injuries. April 26th, 2009, Hampton, Virginia. 3 injuries. May 18th, 2009, Cambridge, Massachusetts. 1 death. May 18th, 2009, LaRose, Louisiana. 1 death, including perpetrator. June 16th, 2009, San Francisco, California. 3 injuries. September 3rd, 2009, San Bruno, California. 1 injury. February 5th, 2010, Madison, Alabama. 1 death. February 19th, 2010, DeKalb, Illinois. 1 injury. February 23rd, 2010, Littleton, Colorado. 2 injuries. May 11th, 2010, Bladenboro, North Carolina. 1 injury. September 8th, 2010, Detroit, Michigan. 2 injuries. September 28th, 2010, Austin, Texas. 1 death, including perpetrator. 1 injury. October 1st, 2010, Salinas, California. 1 death. October 8th, 2010, Carlsbad, California. 2 injuries. November 29th, 2010, Marionette, Wisconsin. 1 death, including perpetrator. December 6th, 2010, Aurora, Colorado. 1 injury. January 5th, 2010, Omaha, Nebraska. 2 deaths, including a perpetrator. 2 injured. March 25th, 2011, Martinsville, Indiana. 1 injury. March 31st, 2011, Houston, Texas. 1 death, 5 injuries. April 19th, 2011, Houston, Texas. 3 injuries, including a perpetrator. May 23rd, 2011, Pearl City, Hawaii. 1 injury. August 19th, 2011, Albany, Georgia. 1 injury. September 28th, 2011, Jurupa Valley, California. 2 deaths. October 24th, 2011, Fayetteville, North Carolina. 1 injury. December 8th, 2011, Blacksburg, Virginia. 2 deaths, including perpetrator. December 9th, 2011, Edinburgh, Texas. 2 injuries. January 10th, 2012, Houston, Texas, 1 injury. February 23rd, 2012, Bremerton, Washington, 1 injury. February 27th, 2012, Chardon, Ohio, 3 deaths, 3 injuries. April 2nd, 2012, Oakland, California, 7 deaths, 3 injuries. August 16th, 2012, Memphis, Tennessee, 2 injuries. August 27th, 2012, Perry Hall, Maryland, 1 injury. September 7th, 2012, Normal, Illinois, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. October 19th, 2012, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. October 31st, 2012, Los Angeles, California, 4 injuries. December 14th, 2012, Newton, Connecticut, 27 deaths, including the perpetrator, 2 injuries. January 10th, 2013, Taft, California, 2 injuries. January 12th, 2013, Detroit, Michigan, 1 injury. January 15th, 2013, St. Louis, Missouri, 2 injuries, including perpetrator. January 15th, 2013, Hazard, Kentucky, 3 deaths. January 16th, 2013, Chicago, Illinois, 1 death. January 22nd, 2013, Houston, Texas, 3 injuries, including the suspect or perpetrator. January 31st, 2013, Atlanta, Georgia, 2 injuries. That is another month with 7 shootings in schools. March 18th, 2013, Orlando, Florida, 1 death, including the perpetrator. April 12th, 2013, Christiansburg, Virginia, 2 injuries. April 16th, 2013, Grambling, Louisiana, 3 injuries. April 18th, 2013, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 1 death. May 14th, 2013, Birmingham, Alabama, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. June 7th, 2013, Santa Monica, California, 6 deaths, including perpetrator, 4 injuries. August 20th, 2013, Decatur, Georgia, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired, and the suspect had nearly 500 rounds of ammunition for their assault rifle. August 22nd, 2013, Memphis, Tennessee, 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Shots fired. August 23rd, 2013, Sardis, Mississippi, 1 death, 2 injuries. August 30th, 2013, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 1 injury. October 4th, 2013, Pine Hills, Florida, 2 injuries. October 21st, 2013, Sparks, Nevada, 2 deaths, including perpetrator, 2 injuries. November 2nd, 2013, Greensboro, North Carolina, 1 injury. November 3rd, 2013, Lithonia, Georgia, 2 injuries. November 13th, 2013, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 3 injuries. December 4th, 2013, Winter Garden, Florida, 1 injury. December 13th, 2013, Centennial, Colorado, 2 deaths, including perpetrator. December 19th, 2013, Fresno, California, 1 injury. January 9th, 2014, Jackson, Tennessee, 1 injury. January 13th, 2014, New Haven, Connecticut, 1 injury. January 14th, 2014, Roswell, New Mexico, 13 injuries. January 17th, 2014, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2 injuries. January 20th, 2014, Chester, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. January 21st, 2014, West Lafayette, Indiana, 1 death. January 24th, 2014, Orangeburg, South Carolina, 1 death. January 25th, 2014, Los Angeles, California, 1 death. January 27th, 2014, Carbondale, Illinois, 1 injury. January 28th, 2014, Nashville, Tennessee, 1 injury. January 30th, 2014, Palm Bay, Florida, 1 injury. January 31st, 2014, Des Moines, Iowa, 1 injury. And if you're counting, that's 12 in 1 month. February 10th, 2014, Salisbury, North Carolina, 1 injury. February 10th, 2014, Lyndhurst, Ohio, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. February 12th, 2014, Los Angeles, California, 1 injury. February 22nd, 2014, Augusta, Georgia, 1 injury. March 25th, 2014, College Park, Georgia, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. April 11th, 2014, Detroit, Michigan, 1 death. May 4th, 2014, Augusta, Georgia, 1 injury. May 5th, 2014, Augusta, Georgia, 1 injury. May 8th, 2014, Lawrenceville, Georgia, 1 injury. May 14th, 2014, Richmond, California, 1 injury. June 5th, 2014, Seattle, Washington, 1 death, 3 injuries. June 10th, 2014, Troutdale, Oregon, 2 deaths, including perpetrator, 1 injury. September 9th, 2014, Miami, Florida, 1 injury. September 11th, 2014, Taylorsville, Utah, 1 injury. September 27th, 2014, Terre Haute, Indiana, 1 injury. September 30th, Albemarle, North Carolina, 1 injury. September 30th, 2014, Louisville, Kentucky, 1 injury. October 3rd, 2014, Fairburn, Georgia, 1 death. October 24th, 2014, Marysville, Washington, 5 deaths, including perpetrator, 1 injury. November 20th, 2014, Tallahassee, Florida, 1 death, including perpetrator, 3 injuries. November 20th, 2014, Miami, Florida, 1 death, 1 injury. December 12th, 2014, Portland, Oregon, 4 injuries. January 15th, 2015, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 3 injuries. January 16th, 2015, Ocala, Florida, 2 injuries. February 4th, 2015, Frederick, Maryland, 2 injuries. February 14th, 2015, Merced, California, 1 death. February 23rd, 2015, Dayton Beach, Florida, 3 injuries. March 30th, 2015, University City, Missouri, 1 injury. April 13th, 2015, Goldsboro, North Carolina, 1 death. April 16th, 2015, Paradis, Louisiana, 1 injury. May 12th, 2015, Jacksonville, Florida, 2 injuries. May 24th, 2015, Flint, Michigan, 7 injuries. August 27th, 2015, Savannah, Georgia, 1 death. September 3rd, 2015, Sacramento, California, 1 death, 2 injuries. September 30th, 2015, Harrisburg, South Dakota, 1 injury. October 1st, 2015, Roseburg, Oregon, 10 deaths, including perpetrator, 9 injuries. October 9th, 2015, Flagstaff, Arizona, 1 death, 3 injuries. October 9th, 2015, Houston, Texas, 1 death, 1 injury. October 22nd, 2015, Nashville, Tennessee, 1 death, 3 injuries. November 1st, 2015, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 1 death, 1 injury. November 20th, 2015, North Las Vegas, Nevada, 1 death. January 22nd, 2016, Indianapolis, Indiana, 1 injury. January 29th, 2016, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. February 9th, 2016, Muskegon Heights, Michigan, 4 injuries. February 12th, 2016, Glendale, Arizona, another place that I've taught, 2 deaths including the perpetrator. February 29th, 2016, Middleton, Ohio, 4 injuries. April 23rd, 2016, Antigua, Wisconsin, 1 death including perpetrator, 2 injuries. June 1st, 2016, Los Angeles, California, 3 deaths, including perpetrator. June 8th, 2016, Dorchester, Massachusetts, 1 death, including 3 injuries. September 9th, 2016, Alpine, Texas, 1 death, including perpetrator, 2 injuries. September 28th, 2016, Townville, South Carolina, 2 deaths, 2 injuries. October 11th, 2016, Mobile, Alabama, 1 injury. October 13th, 2016, Columbus, Ohio, 2 injuries. October 18th, 2016, San Francisco, California, 4 injuries. October 25th, 2016, Sandy, Utah, 1 injury. December 1st, 2016, Bountiful, Utah, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. January 20th, 2017, West Liberty, Ohio, 1 injury. January 20th, 2017, Seattle, Washington, 1 injury. January 27th, 2017, Naperville, Illinois, 1 death. March 21st, 2017, King City, California, 1 injury. April 10th, 2017, San Bernardino, California, 3 deaths, including perpetrator, 1 injury. May 4th, 2017, Irving, Texas, 2 deaths, including perpetrator. June 14th, 2017, Chicago, Illinois, 2 injuries. September 13th, 2017, Rockford, Washington, 1 death, 3 injuries. September 20th, 2017, Mattoon, Illinois, 1 injury. November 13th, 2017, Albany, Georgia, 2 injuries. November 14th, 2017, Rancho Tehama Reserve, California, 6 deaths, including perpetrator, 18 injured. December 7th, 2017, Aztec, New Mexico, 3 deaths, including perpetrator. January 10th, 2018, Denison, Texas, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. January 20th, 2018, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 1 death. January 22nd, 2018, Italy, Texas, 1 injury. January 22nd, 2018, New Orleans, Louisiana, 1 injury. January 23rd, 2018, Marshall County, Kentucky, 2 deaths, 18 injuries. January 31st, 2018, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 1 death. That's 6 in 1 month. February 1st, 2018, Los Angeles, California, 5 injuries. February 5th, 2018, Oxon Hill, Maryland, 1 injury. February 9th, 2018, Nashville, Tennessee, 1 injury. February 14th, 2018, Parkland, Florida, 17 deaths, 17 injuries. February 24th, 2018, Savannah, Georgia, 1 death. February 27th, 2018, Itabena, Mississippi, 1 injury. February 27th, 2018, Norfolk, Virginia, 1 injury. That's 7 in 1 month. March 2nd, 2018, Mount Pleasant, Michigan, 2 deaths. March 7th, 2018, Birmingham, Alabama, 1 death, 2 injuries. March 7th, 2018, Jackson, Mississippi, 1 injury. March 8th, 2018, Mobile, Alabama, 1 injury. March 9th, 2018, Lexington, Kentucky, 1 injury, including the perpetrator. March 13th, 2018, Seaside, California, 1 injury. March 20th, 2018, Great Mills, Maryland, 2 deaths, including perpetrator, 1 injury. April 12th, 2018, Raytown, Missouri, 1 injury. April 20th, 2018, Ocala, Florida, 1 injury. May 11th, 2018, Palmdale, California, 1 injury. May 16th, 2018, Dixon, Illinois, 1 injury, including perpetrator. May 18th, 2018, Santa Fe, Texas, 10 deaths, 13 injuries, including perpetrator. May 18th, 2018, Jonesboro, Georgia, 1 death, 3 injuries. May 25th, 2018, Noblesville, Indiana, 2 injuries. August 4th, 2018, Edgewood, Maryland, 1 death. August 17th, 2018, Wellington, Florida, 2 injuries. August 20th, 2018, Atlanta, Georgia, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. August 30th, 2018, San Francisco, California, 1 injury. September 5th, 2018, Providence, Rhode Island, 1 death, 1 injury, including the perpetrator. September 10th, 2018, Memphis, Tennessee, 1 injury. September 11th, 2018, North Las Vegas, Nevada, 1 death. October 29th, 2018, Matthews, North Carolina, 1 death, 1 injury. December 3rd, 2018, Richmond, Indiana, 1 death, including perpetrator. January 2nd, 2019, Jersey City, New Jersey, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, weapon discharged. January 3rd, 2019, Miami, Florida, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. January 4th, 2019, Columbus, Mississippi, 1 injury. January 7th, 2019, Belmont, California, 1 death. January 11th, 2019, Eugene, Oregon, 1 death, including perpetrator. January 19th, 2019, Overland Park, Kansas, 2 injuries. January 25th, 2019, Mobile, Alabama, 2 injuries. January 30th, 2019, Lithonia, Georgia, 1 injury. January 30th, 2019, Prairie View, Texas, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. January 31st, 2019, Memphis, Tennessee, 1 injury. January 31st, 2019, Humble, Texas, 1 injury. That's 11 in 1 month. February 8th, 2019, Baltimore, Maryland, 1 injury. February 11th, 2019, Seaside, California, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shots fired. February 12th, 2019, Kansas City, Missouri, 1 death. February 14th, 2019, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. February 17th, 2019, Arapahoe County, Colorado, 1 death. February 26th, 2019, Montgomery, Alabama, 1 injury. February 28th, 2019, Cheyenne, Wyoming, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shot fired. That's 7 in 1 month. March 7th, 2019, Grambling, Louisiana, 1 injury. March 22nd, 2019, Blountesville, Alabama, 1 injury. March 27th, 2019, Holmes County, Mississippi, 1 injury. April 1st, 2019, Prescott, Arkansas, 1 injury. April 25th, 2019, Texas City, Texas, 3 injuries. April 25th, 2019, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 10 injuries. April 30th, 2019, Charlotte, North Carolina, 2 deaths, 4 injuries. May 5th, 2019, Eugene, Oregon, 1 death. May 6th, 2019, Riverview, Florida, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shot fired. May 7th, 2019, Highlands Ranch, Colorado, 1 death, 8 injuries. May 7th, 2019, Savannah, Georgia, 1 injury. May 8th, 2019, Chicago, Illinois, 1 injury. May 17th, 2019, Jacksonville, Florida, 1 injury. June 21st, 2019, Flint, Michigan, 1 injury. July 2nd, 2019, Anchorage, Alaska, 1 injury. July 19th, 2019, San Diego, California, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, shot fired. August 8th, 2019, Montgomery, Alabama, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, firearm discharged. August 27th, 2019, Los Angeles, California, 1 injury. August 30th, 2019, Toledo, Ohio, 1 injury. August 31st, 2019, Mobile, Alabama, 10 injuries. September 6th, 2019, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1 death. September 13th, 2019, Newport, Virginia, 3 injuries. September 14th, 2019, Fort Worth, Texas, 2 injuries. September 20th, 2019, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2 injuries. September 27th, 2019, Richmond, California, 3 injuries. That's 5 in 1 month. October 13th, 2019, Nashville, Tennessee, 1 death. October 22nd, 2019, Santa Rosa, California, 1 injury. November 5th, 2019, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. November 11th, 2019, Baltimore, Maryland, 1 injury. November 13th, 2019, Los Angeles, California, 1 death. November 14th, 2019, Santa Clarita, California, 3 deaths, including perpetrator, 3 injuries. November 15th, 2019, Pleasantville, New Jersey, 1 death, 2 injuries. November 23rd, 2019, Union City, California, 2 deaths. November 26th, 2019, Salem Creek, Washington, 2 deaths, including perpetrator, 1 injury. That's 7 in 1 month. December 2nd, 2019, Waukesha, Wisconsin, 1 injury, including perpetrator. December 3rd, 2019, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, 2 injuries, including perpetrator. December 4th, 2019, Jackson, Mississippi, 1 injury. December 16th, 2019, New Haven, Connecticut, 1 injury. December 19th, 2019, Naples, Florida, 1 death. That's 5 in 1 month of December, which is typically a short month for most schools. January 8th, 2020, Belglade, Florida, 1 injury. January 11th, 2020, Dallas, Texas, 1 death, 1 injury. January 14th, 2020, Bel Air, Texas, 1 death. January 14th, 2020, Fort Worth, Texas, 2 injuries. January 23rd, 2020, Oxnard, California, 1 injury. January 31st, 2020, Antioch, California, 1 death. That's 6 in 1 month. February 3rd, 2020, Commerce, Texas, 2 deaths, 1 injury. February 4th, 2020, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 1 death. March 5th, 2020, Weston, Florida, 1 injury. March 11th, 2020, Shenango Township, Pennsylvania, 2 injuries. March 15th, 2020, Humble, Texas, 1 death. July 27th, 2020, Oro Valley, Arizona, 1 death. July 29th, 2020, Collinsville, Illinois, 1 injury. September 16th, 2020, Sonora, California, 1 death. September 16th, 2020, Macomb, Illinois, 1 injury. September 19th, 2020, San Francisco, California, 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Shots fired. December 17th, 2020, Birmingham, Alabama, 1 death. February 26th, 2020, New Orleans, Louisiana, 1 death. March 1st, 2021, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, 1 death. March 8th, 2021, Chesterfield, South Carolina, 1 injury. April 12th, 2021, Knoxville, Tennessee, 1 death, including perpetrator, 1 injury. April 26th, 2021, Plymouth, Minnesota, 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Shots fired. April 27th, 2021, Smyrna, Delaware, 1 death. May 6th, 2021, Rigby, Idaho, 3 injuries. April 13th, 2021, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 1 death. April 18th, 2021, Orangeburg, South Carolina, 3 injuries. August 27th, 2021, Woodbridge, Virginia, 2 injuries. August 27th, 2021, Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, 1 death, 4 injuries. August 27th, 2021, Wilmington, North Carolina, 1 injury. That's 5 in 1 month. September 1st, 2021, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 1 death. September 4th, 2021, Tosa, Maryland, 3 injuries. September 7th, 2021, Buena Park, California, 1 death, including perpetrator. September 20th, 2021, Newport News, Virginia, 4 injuries. September 21st, 2021, Wichita, Kansas, 3 injuries. September 24th, 2021, Fairfield, Alabama, 1 injury. September 30th, 2021, Memphis, Tennessee, 1 injury. September 30th, 2021, Newton, Mississippi, 1 injury. That's 8 in 1 month. October 1st, 2021, Houston, Texas, 1 injury. October 6th, 2021, Arlington, Texas, 4 injuries. October 12th, 2021, Chicago, Illinois, 2 injuries. October 13th, 2021, Grambling, Louisiana, 1 death, 1 injury. October 17th, 2021, Grambling, Louisiana, 1 death, 7 injuries. That's 5 in 1 month. November 1st, 2021, Madison, Mississippi, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, weapon discharged. November 19th, 2021, Aurora, Colorado, 3 injuries. November 26th, 2021, Campbell, California, 2 injuries. November 29th, 2021, Phoenix, Arizona, where I live, 1 injury. November 30th, 2021, Oxford Township, Michigan, 4 deaths, 7 injuries. November 30th, 2021, Humboldt, Tennessee, 1 death, 2 injuries. That's 6 in 1 month. December 6th, 2021, Wilmington, California, 1 death, 2 injuries. December 8th, 2021, Kansas City, Missouri, 2 injuries. January 4th, 2022, Rockford, Illinois, 2 deaths. January 9th, 2022, Murfreesboro, North Carolina, 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Firearm discharged. January 11th, 2022, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 0 deaths, 0 injuries. Shots fired. January 19th, 2022, Sanford, Florida, 1 injury. January 19th, 2022, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1 death. January 21st, 2022, Durwood, Maryland, 1 injury. January 29th, 2022, Beloit, Wisconsin, 1 death. That's 7 in 1 month. February 1st, 2022, Richfield, Minnesota, 1 death, 1 injury. February 1st, 2022, Bridgewater, Virginia, 2 deaths, 1 injury, including perpetrator. February 8th, 2022, Catonsville, Maryland, 1 injury. February 9th, 2022, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 1 injury. March 4th, 2022, Olathe, Kansas, 3 injuries, including perpetrator. March 7th, 2022, Des Moines, Iowa, 1 death, 2 injuries. March 31st, 2022, Greenville, South Carolina, 1 death. April 5th, 2022, Erie, Pennsylvania, 1 injury. April 22nd, 2022, Washington, D.C., 4 injuries. May 9th, 2022, Suwanee, Georgia, 1 injury. May 17th, 2022, Chicago, Illinois, 1 injury. And at the time of recording, on 5/26/2022, the shooting that took place on May 24th, 2022, in Uvalde, Texas, includes 22 deaths, including a perpetrator, and 17 injured. Keep in mind, everything that you just heard is only in the United States, and some of these had multiple perpetrators, like Columbine. I went through that list at a fairly rapid pace, and it took me over an hour to record it. Thoughts and prayers have done nothing. We need to act. It's time to talk about this. If you have suggestions and you want to talk about it on the podcast, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to have you on. Thank you for everyone who took the time to listen to this entire episode. We are collectively mourning with the people who have lost loved ones and who have been injured in the hundreds of years that this has been going on. We, as a field, need to act or nothing will change.